Hey, it's Emma again. Today I'm going to walk you through how to put in data from the field in field maps so that it'll make points and you'll be able to access your data that you collected in the field. Okay, so first open the app, wait for it to load, click on Buffer Maintenance Log Map. Then you're going to click the little plus button in the bottom right. And then you can move the little crosshairs until you're centered over top of the place you'd like to actually add your point. When you get there, you'll click the button that actually says add a point, and then you'll go through the form. Make sure you add the date and the location name. So that would be where you are, maybe the landowner's name, property location. In the field that says names, you'll put who is, filling out the form, who is there with you. In this case, it's just me because this is an example. Then you'll go through the rest of the form, fill out all of the fields, and then at the very bottom, there's a thing that says link. You'll copy and paste that from something I'll show you in a minute. Then click submit, and you will have submitted your point. To remove it, you're going to re-click on that point. This is in case you mess up or something. You can click on the three little dots at the bottom, and an option should come up that says delete, and that'll get rid of it. You can also edit it with the little pencil in the bottom left. And now let's take a look at the actual form that you're going to be filling out for each of these sites. You'll see a file called Blank Buffer Maintenance Reporting Form, or BMRF. It says to copy and fill out. So make sure you actually make a copy so that you're not editing our template sheet. Your copy, each of these should be renamed with the date, followed by dash and the site name. For my little example, it's just going to be the Freshwater Research Institute. The contractor is the person who's filling out the form and anybody else who was there assisting you. So during the summer, that was my little team. Make sure you put in the date, site name, and address. Fill out all these forms. When you get to most abundant noxious invasive plant species, you'll just give that a light highlight to indicate which species were there. And then the percent cover of the invasive plant species, include all of the species in that count so that we have an approximate percentage of the invasive cover at each site. Then there's a little checklist. Just check off the things you did. I'm picking random stuff. And if you see any evidence of animal activity in the buffer, make sure you put that in there. That could be things like cows, deer, mice, voles, any of that stuff. Then lower, after the treatment with herbicides, you would also just highlight each of the species that you treated. Then, at the very bottom, it says attach map to circle portion of the buffer completed. That is another step, so let's take a look at that. Here I am just on Google Maps. I clicked layers until I got this nice one where I can actually see the grass and the plants and things like that. Now you're going to take a screenshot on a Mac. That's Command-Shift-3, but on a different kind of computer, it might be a little bit different. But you're going to take a screenshot, and then you will crop that so you get out all the weird nonsense you don't need. Then add a text box. You'll put in the address. I just literally wrote address there because I don't know the address off the top of my head, but that's something you can look up. Give that a white background so you can see it, and I always stick it in the top left. I'm actually going to crop this image a little bit more because I don't need the hotels, restaurants, things to do up there. Okay, moving on. Then you're going to select the drawing tool. I like to use red because it's super easy to see, and you'll circle the portion of the buffer that you did. I picked a random area to do there, but that line art will be saved. For my computer, when I click done, it'll show up on my desktop as screenshot labeled with the date and the time that I took it. From there, I can reopen my Google Doc and just drag that screenshot in there, and you can see that there's the site, there's the address, and there is the portion that we completed. So if we ever return, we know where we were. You'll go into the share settings. It should already be set to Chesapeake Conservancy as viewers. You'll copy the link, which is down in the bottom left. And once that link is copied, you can paste it into your field maps form like we saw earlier in the video. And that's all you have to do. It may seem like a bunch of steps, but it's really efficient, and I can usually whip one of these maps out in like under 5 minutes. It's a great tool, highly recommended, and I'm super excited that it works like this.